OK, all the new parts have been fabricated and we're going to have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Qatar is still relatively new to the F1 calendar. Teams will be desperate, therefore, to get some good data here in free practice.
confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Car repairs have set us back a little.
What an incredible practice session that was! It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along. So it's all about speed in today's sprint, not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? We're back here in Losail for a track that's 3.34 miles long. There are 16 turns around its unique three-prong shape and just a single DRS zone out of turn 16. It's fast and it's flowing, and there's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS down the long straight and into turn 1. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Iceman lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Stroll, Sainz, Perez, Gasly, Albon, Ocon, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Magnussen, Sargent, and Zhou Guanyu. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have, and it's, rule number one, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same equipment as you, and yes, the cars can vary in setup from race to race and depending on who has which style, but essentially they're your barometer, the yardstick. If you can beat them, that's the first job you have to do, and it looks like it's going their way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy through the rest of the season.
Okay, so I know we've already won the championship. Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one.
5 race wins in a row. What a fantastic result. Well done.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying and of course the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time. It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along. Welcome back to Qatar and the Losail International Circuit. There's a long history of two-wheeled motorsport action here, but in 2021, Lewis Hamilton won out as part of an epic battle that year with Max Verstappen. But who will win out tonight? So we're back here in Losail and this is the track map. 3.34 miles, 16 turns and just one DRS zone out of turn 16. It's already a fast and flowing track after all. There's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS though through the long straight and into turn 1. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Iceman lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Perez, Hamilton, Stroll, Sainz, Albon, Tsunoda, Ocon, Gasly, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Bottas, Sargent, and Zhou Guanyu. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yeah, they have, and it's, rule number one, beat your teammate. They're the one that share the same equipment as you, and yes, the cars can vary in setup, from race to race and depending on who has which style, but essentially they're your barometer, the yardstick. If you can beat them, that's the first job you have to do, and it looks like it's going their way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy through the rest of the season.
Now use DRS. DRS now available. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, mate. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this. Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work. Final lap, final lap. Push, push.
Nice one. Very lovely drive. On to the next one.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
That's a spectacular victory, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take the top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.